All right, y'all, first things first, make sure you watch this video from beginning to end so you don't miss a single detail. It's been a while since I have done an action figure news video, or at least it feels like it. I don't know the last time I dropped one of these. To be honest, I've been slacking because we got some figures to talk about, man. We got some stuff that's gone up for pre-order, and we got some stuff that's going to go up for pre-order. So I felt like it was time, and now here we are. Y'all already know how these videos work, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time. Go ahead and drop a like for your boys. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or you're new here, and let's get right into it. Starting things off with a little bit of Kaiyodo Revoltech, we have the Street Fighter 6 Reissue figure, which is already up for pre-order. This is one that I should have discussed, I think, like 2-3 weeks ago, man, but I never got around to it, mostly because there wasn't enough news out for me to feel like it was worth making a video. But now that I'm making one, I had to make sure this guy was on the list. This figure right here looks superb to me, man. I don't know what it is, but these Street Fighter 6 figures are looking sick, man. I'm loving the Juri. I'm loving the Chun-Li. The other guy whose name I can't remember. And now we have Ryu, who looks like he comes with a pretty decent amount of accessories. Really good range, of course, because Revoltech is known for that. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty fun action figure. Now, not really a whole lot to say about this one because I already discussed it before. Again, like I said, it is currently up for pre-order. And if you plan on getting your hands on this guy, he's slated to release in October of 2025. So yes, he's going to be coming out this year. Make sure you get your hands on this one because one thing I've seen with Revoltech figures, they have been selling out and been becoming very difficult to get your hands on. So if you are a fan of Street Fighter, make sure you don't miss out on this guy. I'm definitely going to be picking it up and definitely going to be reviewing it. I know this next one is going to come off hella random. I usually don't discuss Figma unless it's a peak character that they have announced, but this time around it is Hatsune Miku. And I know some of y'all are wondering, Ace, why are we talking about this? And I'll tell you why. I have been playing the hell out of Hatsune Miku in Fortnite, and it's gotten to the point that she's become a sweat character, and I am one of those sweat players that uses her. So I had to throw this in the video. Now, if you're someone who's not interested in this, obviously you can skip this portion of the video. But if you're someone like me who is thinking, okay, photography, Fortnite memes, this could be fun, then you're in the right spot because this figure is currently up for pre-order right now, slated to release in December of this year. My only issues with this is that it's a $60 figure, doesn't come with enough accessories. We definitely could have used some music effects, extra face plates, things of that nature. But again, if you want it, it's up for pre-order, releasing in December of this year. Now, dialing it back to actual action figures, Medicom Toy did put 2 new figures up for pre-order that kind of came out of nowhere. One of them being another Aquaman from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Now, I was not expecting another one of these because I believe this is going to be their 3rd time making him in this costume. I know for a fact it's the 2nd one, but it does seem like they are really moving forward with remaking their Justice League characters, and I'm all for it. Even though I'm not going to pre-order this, I can acknowledge that it looks good. I'm loving this new build on him. It's more bulky, more muscular, more toned. It doesn't look as slimmed down as the very first release. I felt like that one was more on the taller, skinnier side. This one looks like a more stocky, which is perfect for Jason Momoa. Now, aesthetically, this seems to be a very good looking figure, but I can't ignore the problems, one of them being the price. This figure retails about $85 Japanese price, meaning that once we import it, it's probably going to be at least $110. I don't see this figure being less than $110 anywhere, like Toys in the Box, Big Bad Toy Store, of course, Toy Arena, wherever you like to shop. And it does not come with enough accessories to warrant that price. You can say the water effect is cool. I still don't think that this thing's going to be worth $100, man. You get 3 different head sculpts, the same facial expressions we've gotten before. You get his trident, and then you're going to get several sets of hands. The only thing different that we haven't seen here is the water effect. And maybe we didn't see the hair under the water blowing. I think SHF did that. Maybe Medicom Toy did. I'm not entirely sure. But again, price does not feel justified. So I will be leaving this one alone. But if you do want to get it, he's up for pre-order, slated to release in December of this year. Now, even though I wasn't really all that excited for the Aquaman, this is one I'm really going to have to talk myself out of buying because Medicom Toy has solicited yet another Obi-Wan Skywalker from Star Trek Battle of Earth's Forces. And this looks hella dope. As you can see, we got the boy Obi looking clean, man. I had the first one from Rogue One. I thought it was a dope figure, but I really just didn't collect Star Trek, so I wasn't going to keep it in my collection. This one right here, man, it looks like one I really got to experience because I really do love the battle damaged mask. Looks like he comes with enough accessories to not necessarily warrant the price, but to at least keep me from being upset about spending $80 on it. And then I just noticed one thing. If you look in the top right corner, when did this guy get 2 lightsabers, bro? Like, what is going on here? What does he need with 2, bro? It's already OP. But all in all, I am definitely not going to be picking this up. This does look hella dope, though. It looks super freaking cool. But y'all know, this is not my forte. But if it's for you, he is currently up for pre-order. Also slated to release in December. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, this is Medicom Toy. So December could turn into January, February, March, or maybe even September of 2026. So you pre-order it, you wait. That's all you can do with these. And now that we got all of that out of the way, it is time that we transition to what is usually my favorite part of the video, the SH Figuarts, but this time it's not necessarily my favorite part, man, because some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about today is not heat, bro. It's not heat. I'm giving y'all a warning right now. So, that being said, Tamashii Nations, go ahead and head to the front of the congregation, please. I gotta talk to you about some stuff. Come forward. So the first thing on the list is a figure that they showcased a promo image for a few days ago. It is none other than the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with them releasing this figure. And to be honest, it's something that we should have all expected after that episode aired. And for the most part, the figure looks decent. I mean, it looks cool. Looks about as good as the rest of the Dragon Ball Daima figures that we've gotten. And so I pretty much kind of figured out what to expect with these releases. Now, for the most part, I'm okay with the design of this figure, the head sculpt and everything. The faceplates look decent, much better than the Super Saiyan Goku. What I don't like are the knees. I think the knees that we got on the very first Dragon Ball Daima Goku minifigure were perfectly fine. And in case you guys wonder which one I'm talking about, it's the one in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Now, speaking of that figure, as you guys can see, we did get some more DLC for it. This time, they're throwing in a little Ki Blast, which it appears to be the same one we got from the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power Android 17 and 18. I could be wrong. This could be something brand new, but it doesn't really matter that much. They are continuing with the DLC for these figures to try and sell them, and I just don't think that they're doing that well. They tried throwing in some extra stands and then even giving us free shipping during Tamashii Nation's Lightning Week, which I don't think that enticed buyers that much. And now, of course, we've got this here. So I don't know, man. I just feel like these are not really what Dragon Ball collectors are looking for. And then sometimes they don't even look the best, like the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima Super Saiyan Goku. The head sculpts look terrible on that thing. And then people probably just really aren't all that interested in King Goma, which is why I feel like that thing's going to come out and then the price is going to decrease drastically. Now, that being said, if you're interested in picking this guy up, he's slated to go up for pre-order February the 28th, releasing in December, and he is a premium Bandai exclusive. Now, getting into a figure that I'm actually pretty excited for, but I still have problems with. Tamashii Nations did announce the next figure in the Demon Slayer line, and it is none other than my boy Zenitsu, who, if you are not caught up, catch up, because my boy is about to lock in. And this figure looks great. Now, that being said, the Demon Slayer figures have been good already, so that isn't really much of a surprise. But that being said, some of them have been lackluster. In fact, all of them have been a little bit lackluster, except for Tanjiro, who's the base figure for $35, but it looks like he came with the most accessories because, again, this guy right here looks like he is missing accessories, man. I'm not feeling the fact that he doesn't come with any lightning effects. I don't know why Tamashii Nations will not throw in effect pieces, yo. Just recolor one or two of them and attach them to the figure, throw them in the package. It's good. We've already got regular lightning effects, so why would they not throw in any? And then one of the biggest fails with this figure is that they didn't give him a face for Nezuko-chan. We got the locked in faceplate, a happy faceplate, the eyes closed faceplate, an extra faceplate for Tanjiro. How could we miss out on one of Zenitsu's most signature expressions? The Demon Slayer line is one of those that could be perfect if they would just go a little bit of an extra mile, but it's like they choose not to do it for whatever reason. Now, obviously, I'm still going to get my hands on this guy because I really love Demon Slayer, really love Zenitsu, but come on, Tamashii Nations, man. Are we really going to run the risk of possibly losing a line because people feel like they're getting more value out of buying Figma, or they're getting more value out of buying Buzz Mod? I understand there's not much competition because those figures are a little bit inferior to these in terms of quality, but people are willing to pay more if they're going to get more, as long as they feel like the value is there. Tamashii, you're killing me. March 4th, pre-order, slated to release in August if you want to get your hands on it. And in case you didn't think it could get any worse, I'm here to tell you that it does. Now, Tamashii Nations just showcased the very next figure in the Dandadan line, and it is none other than Seiko, or Turbo Granny, everyone's queen. Now, what I have to say about this figure is that character selection wise, it was probably the best part of this decision because everything else was a bad decision. Now, when it comes to the overall look of this figure, faceplates and all, cannot complain. Sculpt wise, it looks okay. It's definitely going to be one of those that's just like Momo, very, very difficult to articulate and probably not going to be fun to move around because she's got the bulky jacket. And of course, those legs I highly doubt are going to pose very much either. Now, I kind of know what to expect sculpt-wise, so I'm not going to talk about the articulation very much until I actually get it in hand. But just like I said with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku Daima, I am not a fan of these knees. I mean, really, what is this? Now, I know for a fact when it comes to her leg movement, this figure is going to be as stiff as the baseball bat that she's got in her hand. So don't expect to do much with that. The poses that you see on screen right now are probably about the max amount of articulation you can get out of the legs with this figure, which is a bit sad because we're starting to see soft goods become more and more of a thing, and I really think Tamashii Nations needs to start taking that into consideration when it comes to their figures. People are tired of spending 60, 70, 80 bucks on an action figure and then having to spend another $30, $40 to customize it and make it perfect. Now, some people are just going to buy these, stand them on their shelves. Obviously, I'm not talking to you, but a lot of collectors are just really unsatisfied with some of the stuff that we've been getting from these companies. And to make matters worse, they didn't include no beckoning cat. Like, why do we not have that? Like, that is, watch Dandadan if you don't know, but we should definitely be getting the beckoning cat to go with her. And I said that was to make things worse. No. It still gets worse because she comes with her cigarettes because obviously she smokes in the show, but they decided to do something super weird. You get the cigarettes in this little miniature plastic that you have to peel off and put into her hand to hold. Now, if you're someone who has carpet like me, you already know what to expect from this. Why they didn't just sculpt the cigarette in her hand like they did with the SH Figuarts Sanji, I will never know. Like, I don't understand the decision making behind this Dandadan line, man. It's like Tamashii Nations can really kill it with one line, and then the next, it's like, what are you guys doing over there? It really is starting to show that they have separate teams working on action figures instead of all of them coming together collectively to make a wise decision on how to mass produce these things. Anyway, the rant is over, but this was one that I really had to talk about because I'm very passionate about Dandadan. I love this anime. I was excited to get figures, but this is one I'm strictly picking it up just to review. Now, if you want to get your hands on her, slated to go up for pre-order March the 4th, releasing in July of this year. Now, finishing things off with some Dragon Ball news. I'm going to run through this because this video is already longer than I wanted it to. These three figures are going back up for pre-order. It is the Goku Saiyan raised on Earth, Super Saiyan Trunks, and Super Saiyan Vegeta. How these are getting another reissue, I have no idea because I figured Tamashii Nations has already maxed out how much money they can make off of these. I can literally go to any Walmart, Target, or at this point, dang near Discount City and find these. And there's still a bunch of Japanese retailers that have these as well on their websites. So how they're capitalizing off of these re-releases, I'm not entirely sure. But hey, if you're someone who somehow missed out on these, they're all slated to go back up for pre-order March the 4th. Goku's going to be re-releasing in June, Vegeta and Trunks in September. And just like that, there we have yet another action figure news video. This one, sadly, was much more of a rant than I wanted it to be. Not gonna lie to y'all. I had notes about what I wanted to say. This is the first time I've ever done that. I wasn't really expecting it to turn into a full-blown rant, but Tamashii Nations has been pissing me off in the month of February 2025. It has not been a good start for them, but every other company is doing their thing, man. Kaiyodo Revoltech is going off. Medicom Toy is still Medicom Toy, and Figma is still very much Figma. But either way, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a like, as that always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep all of my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.